When I was working full-time in healthcare, I was looking for ways to grow my savings and start investing my money, but I had no clear plan. I remember scrolling through videos just like this one, but I didn't want a side hustle that felt scammy, that wouldn't help me develop any skills, and that required me to publish 300 products on Etsy. And it also had to be something that I could do while working full-time. And the truth is, as a creative person, I have tried so many things, and in this video, I'm going to share with you what are the side hustles that I personally tried and that helped me make at least £500 extra a month. And that not only helped me to grow my savings account, travel more often, but also helped me build skills that eventually led me to quit my job and go into my business full time. So I'm going to be sharing with you these 5 realistic side hustles that are ideal for students and for busy creators, and what mistakes that you need to avoid at all costs if you want to succeed without burning out. My very first side hustle actually started by accident because I was publishing some designs on my personal Instagram when a podcaster that I really admired reached out and she asked me if I could create some Instagram designs for her podcast. And for me, that was so exciting because I love design. It was something that came easy to me. I actually enjoy doing. So the fact that I could even make some extra money doing that, it was amazing to me. I started creating some Instagram posts for her. Then she asked me to create some podcast covers, some podcast designs, some YouTube thumbnails. And it's a fact, every online business is going to need designs constantly for thumbnails, for Instagram posts, for social media posts. It really depends on the media they are using, but it's something that it's required every month. And suddenly I had my first client. I was really enjoying working with her because I love the content of her podcast. And the reason why this kind of side hustle works really well is because tools like Canva makes it very easy to provide this kind of service. This is something that you can easily make at least an extra £500 a month with this kind of service. And if you want to get even more clients, the best way to do it would be to specialize maybe on just creating YouTube thumbnails or creating content just for podcasters. Focus on what feels aligned and exciting to you, because remember, this is going to be a side hustle that you're going to do on top of something else. So you don't want to pick something that you're going to drag doing every single time. Everyone knows the power of social media, especially for business, but most entrepreneurs, they just don't have the time to create content and market their businesses, or sometimes they just don't have a clue how to do it. And this is where you come in. If you enjoy creating content, editing, writing content, there are so many things that you could do on this specific side hustle. I got started by offering to manage an Instagram account for a yoga teacher and author because, first of all, I loved her content. It just sounded like a great opportunity for me to develop skills and also help someone because I knew she was very busy. So I offered that service for her, and I was managing her entire account, creating the posts, publishing, answering comments, and promoting her book also on her Instagram account. The key here is to focus on things that you are naturally passionate about it and that you find it easy, that come easy to you. So for example, if you love listening to podcasts, you can offer to edit someone else's podcast and publish them, and they can pay you. And you can even niche down to niches that you naturally love. Say you love personal growth podcasts like me, you can offer this kind of service for these podcast owners because there are so many services that people are willing to pay because they do take time and they are very repetitive. This is a service that you can charge at least £500 a month, and the more skills you have, the more you can charge. When I was offering this service, I made a huge mistake, but I'm going to be sharing that at the end. Okay, I had to move because it literally just got so sunny here, but now it seems like the sun is gone already. In England, it's like this. But anyway, as you start working with clients, you are going to start developing your own resources, your own systems, your own processes, and that's when you can start taking advantage of digital products. Maybe you can create a bundle with a guide, with PDFs, with templates, and sell them as a digital product. And this is a whole new income stream that doesn't rely on your time. You can literally make a sale when you are traveling, when you are resting, when you are asleep. So it's something that is completely detached from your time when it's done. Because I used and love Notion, I actually decided to start selling Notion templates on Etsy, and that's how I started making around £500 every month, just coming from those passive sales coming from Etsy. That's how I got that first taste of making passive income, because I went to Brazil and stayed there for a month, and I made over £2,000 on top of my salary just coming from my Etsy shop. So this is something that once it's done, it's gonna bring you consistent sales, but it also requires you marketing. So once you have those digital products done, you need to have marketing and systems to keep those sales coming. When you are planning to start selling digital products, one thing that you cannot skip is doing market research, because trust me, you don't want to spend months creating a digital product and when you launch, no one actually wants that. The best way to prevent that is to do a deep market research, and my favorite tool for that, you all know, it's Everbee, because you can see what's already selling. You can see the behind the scenes of shops that are already making consistent sales. And if you want to get a taste of that, you can go and watch this video next, because I go through some templates that are making at least £1,300 every month. The next side hustle idea is something that is a little bit harder and requires more skills and more time, but is 100% worth it if you want to create something that is more sustainable long term. And this is where you are actually watching this video right now, and it's YouTube. On YouTube, you have multiple opportunities to monetize and to make extra money through AdSense, through affiliate marketing, through sponsorships, and also selling your own products. The key here is to have a lot of clarity on who do you want to serve and how specifically do you serve them on your YouTube channel. This is a way that is 100% possible to make at least £500 a month. So it depends on your strategy. I wouldn't recommend focusing on making money on ads, on trying to monetize your channel. You can actually monetize way before. I actually have a student that is on the Video Starter Kit course, and she makes consistent sales on her brand new YouTube channel, and she brings people to her shop. She makes sales every week and coming from her brand new YouTube channel with less than 100 subscribers. And this is something that it has a huge potential to grow to multiple income streams in the future. And if you are a student, if you want to position yourself as a brand, if you want to create a personal brand, YouTube is one of the best platforms out there, because you are not just relying on social media. This is a search engine. People can find you through Google, through ChatGPT, and it positions you as a go-to person on that topic. So you can start by sharing your journey. You can share what you are learning. And if you are a student, you know that the best way to learn anything is by teaching others. And where do people go to learn anything these days? Absolutely, they go to YouTube. I actually started my YouTube channel creating some private videos for my customers that bought my Notion templates. And you know that Notion templates completely exploded in the past couple of years. Notion has over 100 million active users. Notion is growing so much, and that means an opportunity for you. You can tap into this opportunity by offering custom Notion templates or Notion consultations. I started getting my first Notion clients coming from Etsy. So sometimes they bought a template, but they actually wanted something more customized, more tailored for them. So they would reach out and I would create the template for them. For example, this is a template that I have created for a specific person, and she reached out through Etsy. I created a template for her. And at the end, I also decided to turn that into a public template and share with others, because I realized this template wasn't available, and I made tons of sales just from this template. I have a lot of experience using Notion. Maybe you are a Notion ambassador, or maybe you use Notion for a long time. You can also offer Notion consultations, because a lot of people, they are just stuck in a very specific problem and they need an expert to have a look. So in the beginning, I used to offer these Notion consultations as well. This is just a link that you leave available so people can book a call with you. You can use Calendly, and obviously you're going to charge for that call. This is something that you can easily make at least £500 per project. And for some projects, depending on how complex it is, you can even charge $1,500 or even more. Now that I shared with you these 5 side hustle ideas, I want to share some mistakes that you want to avoid at all costs, especially if you are a creative person. The first one is to start too many side hustles at once. This is such a common mistake, and this is what leads people to burnout and not getting any results. So if you watch this video, pick only one strategy, only one side hustle, and go all in and completely focus. Turn off all your other distractions, because guess what? Ideas are everywhere. Everyone can give you ideas, but what's going to give you the results is your focus and you putting a lot of work, the skills, and the time into making it work. And that was how I started getting real results, because I had to let go of my clients. When I was growing my digital product business, I had to fire some clients, I had to let go of them. If you are starting a side hustle, that means you already have other things going on. Maybe you are a student, maybe you are working full time like I was. So you're not gonna have time to learn 10 different skills and start 10 different businesses. So just pick one and go all in until you hit a certain target. For example, I'm going to offer social media services until I hit 50K a year. The second mistake that I made was not setting clear boundaries with clients, because it's so easy when you are talking to the client, they ask you things, also post this and answer to some comments and answer to some DMs. And because I was excited, I just accepted everything, and it was so draining because there were so many things that goes into managing someone else's social media. So if you don't want to burn out, make sure you have it very clear what you are going to deliver by when and what's required from them as well. Because if you are creating content for someone, you're gonna need their content to edit, or if you are editing videos for someone, you're gonna need the videos, you're gonna need the materials, you're gonna need them to check. So be very clear and ideally have a contract, because I also learned this the hard way. I actually worked one entire month for free and this client never paid me. Like, it was gone. It completely disappeared and I worked for free and I can't do anything because I didn't have a contract. So make sure you always have a contract and get paid in advance. The third mistake is overpricing your services in the beginning. If you are just starting this, if you don't have a lot of skills, don't overcharge, don't charge the price as someone who has a lot of experience, because you're gonna feel frustrated. Focus in the beginning is not even to make money. The focus in the beginning is to learn, to get the skills. And the great thing about offering services is that you are getting paid to learn. So don't worry about if you're not making a lot of money with a client yet. Focus on learning and providing the best service that you can, because that's going to help you later on. And my mantra is charge a little bit more in the next client. Start charging a little bit low in the beginning, because you're going to get skills, you're going to get more confident. But every time you hire a new client, every time you close a new client, you charge a little bit more, because you learn more, you got more skills, you are better than you were like months ago. So it's fair that you charge more for what you are delivering. These are all side hustles that you can easily make at least £500 extra every month. Grow your savings, go for a trip, start investing, and it's something that you can do from home. If you enjoyed these ideas, don't forget to subscribe and leave in the comments if you have any questions at all. All of these ideas is something that you can absolutely implement and get results, because as I said, I've tested and proven this, and I am no one special. I actually have English as my second language. I was working over 50 hours a week when I started my side hustle. So if I could do it, so can you. But remember that everything that is worthwhile, it's gonna be hard, especially in the beginning. It will take long hours, it will take you to learn skills, and it will take you to focus and get out of your comfort zone. If you got excited about the idea of selling digital products or templates, I made a video analyzing templates that are making at least £1,300 every month, so you can see why they are selling so well and get inspired.